Welcome back, everyone. It's middays in the Element Well studio. We welcome now Jennie Bradford, Deputy Director of the Tupelo Convention and Visitors Bureau. Jennie, good to see you.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, I'm doing fine. I see in the background the guitars hanging on the wall there. That's because we got the Elvis Presley Festival coming up.
Absolutely. It kicks off this Wednesday, June 5th, and then we'll go all the way through next Sunday, and we will just celebrate Elvis all week long in Tupelo.
Oh, very cool. So what kind of activities, I should say, do you have planned?
We've got a little bit of everything from live music, including Elvis tribute artist competitions and concerts, to a youth competition. So we have the youngest Elvis tribute artist, or the ones who are aspiring to be Elvis tribute artists one day. They'll have their own competition. We have Running with the King 5K, a disc golf tournament, TCB fights, boxing event, and we even have the Soul for the King, a Stax Museum pop-up experience. So we've got a little something for everybody during the Elvis Festival here in Tupelo.
How many years you guys been doing this?
This is the 26th annual Tupelo Elvis Festival. So it's been around for a while.
And so I'm assuming you're attracting people from all over the country, if not the world, Elvis being such a popular figure worldwide.
Absolutely. We have people from all over the country, and then lots of different countries throughout the world. So our backup band for all of the tribute artist competitions and concerts is actually from Australia. So there really are Elvis fans in every nook and cranny of the world, and we welcome everybody here for the Elvis Festival each June.
Still popular, still alive today.
Absolutely. You know, in 2025, we'll celebrate what would have been his 90th birthday, and we're still seeing great numbers at the Elvis Presley birthplace and at our festival. So he's alive and well. That's right.
And I wonder if people are still maybe unaware and then learn about his birthplace being the city of Tupelo in Mississippi, and maybe are a little surprised by that.
I think so. You know, we're always trying to educate people that while most people put Elvis with Memphis, his story started here in Tupelo, and he lived here until he was almost 14. So those were his formative years, and we really made him the man that he would become. So we want people to start at the beginning of the story, see where he was born, and then go to Memphis and see Graceland and appreciate all that he became as the world's greatest entertainer.
Got his first guitar from the hardware store downtown, correct?
Yes, he did. And we'll actually have living history demonstrations where you'll see a child come in and purchase the guitar just like Elvis did during the Elvis Festival.
Oh, okay.
So one more fun thing to experience.
That's pretty cool. So I wonder, Jennie, do you hear folks that say, yeah, I remember distinctly where I was when we heard the announcement of the King's death?
Every day. That's one of those things that's just an indelible part of people. They remember where they were when Elvis died. So we hear stories from fans that come to the birthplace or that come to the festival, and they want to share their memories of Elvis, where they were that day or how he impacted their lives in different ways. So there really is nobody else like Elvis Presley.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those. I remember distinctly, where I was when I heard that news, was saddened by it. And, of course, most people were scratching their head trying to figure it out. But his legacy certainly lives on. He was a fantastic entertainer, made a lot of great music, and a lot of folks are big fans today. He may be one of the most impersonated performing artists ever in a positive way.
Absolutely. And we have some of the absolute best Elvis tribute artists in the world that come to our Tupelo Elvis Festival and perform every year. And we also have the competition where the winner of our competition goes on to Memphis during Elvis Week to compete to be the ultimate Elvis tribute artist. And we get some of the top talent in the world that come because it's a special thing to win here in Tupelo in his birthplace.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So what about just the schedule and accommodations for visitors that want to come to the festival?
Absolutely. You can visit TupeloElvisFestival.com to see the full schedule of events. They've got links to all of our wonderful accommodating hotels here in Tupelo. And we're excited to welcome everybody to the birthplace of Elvis Presley next week.
What sort of economic impact does this have on Tupelo and surrounding area? I got to believe it's significant.
Most definitely. We have throughout the festival, people stay in the hotels, eat in all of our wonderful restaurants. They shop in our 3 distinct shopping districts. And, we also have a major baseball tournament in town with 150 teams next weekend.
Wow.
And some other ancillary events. So it's never just one thing. We have a lot going on in Tupelo throughout the year, but we're excited for the economic impact that it will bring to our city.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm assuming that our mayor is involved in as well, right? The Tupelo mayor, Todd.
Absolutely. Todd Jordan is very supportive of all we do in tourism, and he'll be a part of the festival, and we're just excited for all the folks that will be a part of it.
Yeah, really cool. And what about safety? Should anybody be concerned about that? Tupelo is a very safe city with low crime.
Absolutely. It's a safe city, clean city. One thing to keep in mind when you're coming to the Cadence Bank Arena for all of our Elvis Festival events, they do have a clear bag policy. We do have lots of security to make sure that everyone does feel safe and secure as they're participating in the festival event. So we've kind of thought of everything for this.
The age range of the attendees, I mean, is it from the youngest to the oldest?
Right. Like the youth competition is always lots of fun to see the latest people who are wanting to get into the Elvis world. They learn from some of the older, more established tribute artists, and we do see from children to grown adults, a little bit of everybody comes for the festival each year.
How many people do you expect to be on hand for the festival? You got 150 baseball teams, and that's already a whole bunch of people.
Right. It's going to be a very busy week. I think across events, they get around 10,000 people at the Elvis Festival, but we expect this year to be a big one. So hopefully those numbers will be even bigger.
And the various tribute artists, do they as well come from all over the country?
All over the world. We have some
all over the world,
UK, Australia, Brazil, you name it. So he's an international icon, and there are people all over the world that pay tribute to him as tribute artists.
Left a mark for sure, an indelible one on our nation, on the world, on our culture, on music. It's interesting when you hear so many artists, I mean, particular artists that came along after Elvis was at his height of popularity, and even after he passed away, that said that they got much of the inspiration for their music from him and his music. He influenced a lot.
He has. I mean, for years and years. I know, even contemporary artists like Bruno Mars have talked about how Elvis influenced him, and you see that in his music, and it's just amazing. We really do talk about here all the time how there's nobody else like Elvis. So we're thankful he was born in Tupelo and that we get to celebrate his legacy through things like the Tupelo Elvis Festival.
Well, it's a good deal. So is it the Convention and Visitors Bureau, or do you guys put this thing on exclusively, or do you have lots of partners you work with as well?
Our downtown Tupelo Main Street Association actually puts on the Tupelo Elvis Festival. The Tupelo CVB is a big sponsor, but our partners at downtown do a phenomenal job putting this huge event together every year. They have a wonderful blue team of volunteers that help support them. So it's really a community-wide effort to celebrate our favorite native son.
Well, they got to love it when all these people descend upon their town because, as you said, they're coming in, staying at the hotels, they're eating in the restaurants, and they're spending money at the retailers.
That's right. It's a win for all of us.
In the downtown area of Tupelo, it's been maybe a year and a half ago since I was there last, but it's thriving. It's incredible.
It is. We're seeing new retail businesses open all the time, new development, new restaurants. It's really a thriving area. And, they say that you can tell the vitality of a city by its downtown, and ours is just growing and thriving. So it's a great thing for Tupelo and for our visitors to experience.
Yeah, and when you've got the support and cooperation of the many merchants and restaurants, that everybody benefits. Everybody wins here. It's a win-win deal. It's a good one.
Definitely.
Jennie, we appreciate you coming on and telling us, give us the dates again and how folks can find out more about the Elvis Presley Festival coming up.
Absolutely. It's Wednesday, June 5th through Sunday, June 9th in Tupelo, Mississippi. And you can visit TupeloElvisFestival.com to see the schedule of events, purchase tickets, and join us for the event.
Sounds good. Thanks for coming on, Jennie.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too. We're coming right back in the Element Wealth studio.